1-0. I was actually speaking to Turbo Pulsar before this series even started, whilst Method were taking on Cloud9, and I asked him, who would you rather play? And he said Cloud9, because I never want to go through that again. Turbo right now is instead going to give him the second best option there, which is to control the series and take himself his second World Championship. Method need all the energy in the world right now because they have to turn this around. Carpet, that is the potential best start they could have gone for. But for you right now, Method, yes, they are struggling with whiffs, but what else can they change?
I mean, it's just hesitation. I feel like they're fearful of how quick the Gale Force can turn it around, and they're staying almost too spread out while Gale Force are shadowing each other. They're staying very close. They're getting those half rotations, turning around when they know that they've got control for it. Method feel like not themselves. If they just had confidence in what they can do and understand that, you know, following close isn't going to kill you. And then they'll hopefully be able to start pushing it past that midfield line and then grab those boosts themselves.
Magnus doing some damage, trying to do it backwards as well. Setting up the opportunity for Method to start. Sort out their rotation, grab some offensive opportunities, and Magnus will take that offensive opportunity, but just isn't quite able to make contact. Still not going away. Magnus a little bit late on his jump. Could potentially have turned that in, straight down to the other end of the pitch. So annoying to play against Gale Force. Those long clears often made even harder by having that midfield player just to try and redirect it that little bit more.
I mean, it truly cuts off Method at their source, which is constant pressure at the midfield. Once you clear it all the way over, they're all left to have to turn around, use the booster retreat, and stop you from scoring.
There's a lot. Needs to win. Doesn't quite get the block to go in his favor, though. Now Magnus up in the air. Still yet to get that one big play to happen for them. It's going to be like if Method are able to just sort out one of their classic passing plays, that they start to feel more comfortable on this stage. But the match has got to feel almost alien for them right now. Nothing that usually works is working out for them a lot. Looking for the tap down, but still, contact not quite made, and Kaydop can push the next shot over into the corner. A lot. Picking the ball up high. Metznaris doesn't find any boost in the far corner, so he's going to try and retreat most of the way back. Almost cruelly, it turned up 2 seconds after he left. Another big block, 2 there from a lot. Trying to make himself as big as possible. Not allow Gale Force to grab themselves their first goal. Magnus 3 jumps. This is going to be all 3 members from Method trying their hardest to hold on to this 0-0 scoreline. They know that they cannot afford to concede first. Metznaris just once again for Method, an inch away, a hair's breadth away, but a lot powers the ball into the middle, and that is what they need.
On a quick turnaround, and for the first time this series, they lead in shots by a huge number. 5 shots for them and a single shot for Gale Force. A lot finding the tight angle in the corner. When you have such a tight angle and you take a shot, it actually you should catch it to your opponent's off guard because they don't expect you to attempt something so difficult. So you see a lot able to sneak it on through.
Oh, Metznaris will be happy with his positioning to push the ball away. We've spoken a lot about the mentality of Method, but let's talk about the mentality of Gale Force as well. This is their opportunity to become world champion. The closing out game is always the most difficult in every single series. And maybe they're going to offer the opportunity for Method to move back in by just saying to themselves, all right, no mistakes and we win. It doesn't work like that. You have to play every game at your best. A shot from Turbo Pulsar, not on target. Magnus is flick. Just going to keep it dangerous for Gale Force. They want to try and move in, but instead backing out. On the wall, Magnus just not able to win the ball. Kaydop's going to take his time. There's actually an open net. He does sky the shot, though, follows it up himself, and there is Kaydop yet again.
This was on a lot to make contact with this. It was very difficult to read, though, but once he did, they had made that dedication of pushing it over, and now Kaydop, he's not going to miss that. A clinical backboard read, and they'll keep the game tied.
Gale Force are 1 minute and 52 seconds and a single goal away from becoming world champions. Method still trying to find their feet in this series. They have just been outpaced and outclassed so far, but looking stronger in Game 4. Magnus on the wall, but Violent Panda straight back down the middle. Metznaris with the ball up high. Just trying to see if Gale Force want to offer a mistake that they try and gobble up. Gale Force offer them no such thing. Now Violent Panda, he's got options, he's got Turbo! But there is Metznaris yet again, a defensive rock. and they can play down to the other end, but a lot jumps and just can't reach the ball. Metznaris now will be by himself against Violent Panda, who does win the challenge, but Magnus there to keep the ball away. More and more shots peppering away at the Method net. A double commit could spell their doom. They have to try and keep the communication up and make sure that they trust one another. They're also starting to run low on boost. Finally, Metznaris, the player with the most boost on the Method team, comes through, helps them get rid of it. But it is merely for a breath. Turbo Pulsar, one-on-one against Magnus. Couldn't quite make an opportunity for his team. And a lot down to Magnus. Will be challenged yet again by Turbo Pulsar. This has turned into a midfield battle between both of these teams.
We'll see a lot of trading now back and forth as Gale Force a single goal away from calling themselves the champions. You might see a little more passive play to them just out of fear.
Turbo now chase this down. He's going to be against Metznaris, who does miss. Will allow a lot to put himself in, but now Violent Panda, his single carries have been very dangerous so far. Looks to try and break yet another one. Magnus. Metznaris needs to come together. This could be the biggest overtime of Method's careers, and they've already been in some huge ones. Turbo Pulsar gonna try and tap this down. Still will not touch the floor, instead hit the ramp. Magnus sets himself up for the double tap, gets it all the way down, and there is Violent Panda. Every single player on Gale Force crowding themselves to the goal, refusing to let Method through.
One goal separating Gale Force from that trophy. Can they keep it together?
There's Turbo Pulsar, gonna go up high. Method's chance, they're opening a lot. Got time, looks at Metznaris, but powers it just a little bit too far. Mets are also very low on boost. Turbo with the setup. Method on low on boost as well. Kaydop just about gets the shot, but it was not powerful enough. Yet another set. How long can Method possibly hold on for? They have to get this out of the half. As Gale Force relentless all across the pitch.
Not great, a lot missing that.
Panda leaving it for Turbo. It's a lot on the far side. He's got Magnus to aim for. Magnus knowing better to move forward for that. And that means that he can cover the defensive side. You say it one more time. One goal for Gale Force. Crowns them world champions. And that could have potentially been the opportunity, but Kaydop too far forward to latch onto the loose ball. This guy's already played an incredible overtime, leading to 6 minutes. Turbo to Kaydop on just about there. Follow up by the Panda, but he ends up hesitating, doesn't want to take the shot. Maybe saw a lot right next to him, aiming for the block. Well, if no one back on Gale Force, they would have been completely open. It is time to start shaking if you're in this theater, because Method are barely holding on to their chances. Violent Panda with the whiff, but Kaydop is back in support. Another big shot, just trying to see if Method will make a mistake. Big touch that Metznaris will avoid. They're losing this series, but Method cannot hold on for too much longer. They've got to transition this, but Gale Force just, they are everywhere right now, and they refuse to give up. They want to finish it on this siege.
They are everywhere, but they don't want to be in too many places at once. We saw a counterattack from Method, nearly making it in. Now pass to Mets. Magnus, will it stay alive? He couldn't sink it in.
Still around in the offense. Turbo Pulsar looking for a long play, but there is a lot. He's got time. He's got option, and his option is Magnus off the backboard, but Violent Panda is already there. Huge opportunity for Method, not turned in. And now Turbo just takes a shot. He's going to look to try and still boost in the background. Magnus, a big win here, would have helped, but to do so, thankfully, he's got the Shadow just behind him, and his Shadow's name is a lot. End-to-end gameplay now in this overtime. Method still fighting with everything they have. Violent Panda flicks it over the top. He's still got boost. Aims for the shot. He's off the backboard. Follow up from Kaydop. He's just not there in time. But Turbo Pulsar up high yet again. Kaydop was looking for bumps on a lot, who just manages to avoid him.
Nice contest from Metznaris.
There is a lot, just doesn't make contact with the ball. Looks to try and put it back down yet again, but there is no follow-up, and he actually takes Magnus out from the rotation. Maybe Magnus had the better option there, but we will never find out. A lot. Once again, the man at the back, a complete role reversal for him. As he is now powering the ball time after time into the Gale Force half. Method with their first major opportunity in this overtime. And it's turning into another one of those long ones. Magnus just couldn't make contact. Once again, a lot on the shadow, unable to get to the ball. Kaydop looking for Violent Panda, but he's not got enough boost or the positioning to move forward for the shot. It's got to be exhausting for every single player on that stage. End at any moment, Carpe.
Yep.
That's pretty much the right response right now. Violent Panda looking for the backboard. Turbopulsar went for one of those bump plays. Worked out so well in Game 7. Almost looked for it to work out yet again. Method back their backs against the wall. One touch. Violent Panda looking for the tap down. Looking for Kaydop. The shot once again too loose. Kaydop, he's had a couple of opportunities now to end this series. Needs to give himself some more space to run onto. Nobody back except for Turbopulsar. As that boost starving has saved Gale Force in this scenario because the one player around was Metznaris who just couldn't get there. And once again, a lot. The final player in the back. He refuses to go away from that net. Just wants to stay there and ensure that nothing can possibly go wrong.
They're trying to slowly gain ground, and have they? No! Turbo will be there to block off Magnus. Lock wanting to find someone to pass it to, but no one is there.
So going to take his time, take this ball as high as he possibly can. Over Turbopulsar. Shot was not quite good enough to get past Violent Panda though. Norris wants to try something, but both these teams happy to retreat. Barely any midfield challenges at this point in time. Magnus plays it on its own. Metznaris now got the set, but here is a lot yet again. Playing that defense, and now it's going to start costing Method. He's being too tentative at this point. Method have had opportunities. They need that championship killer instinct. Metznaris grabs boost. He's got to turn around quickly, and he will get there in time. 5 minutes, 22 seconds of overtime. That could have been it. Turbopulsar gets the flick. This is insane right now. This is the top quality of Rocket League with everything on the line. You can tell how much both of these teams want it just by the way they are playing.
And you can tell how scared they are to go all in. You might have to take a little bit of risk to finally put an end to this excruciating overtime. A lot just falling too far back, not able to be there for the final shot for his teammates.
We are only ever seeing two-man offense. Turbopulsar looks for the setup. It's going to be too far away, and the block comes in from Magnus. Method starting to pick up the pace on the counter-attack, but it was blocked yet again by Turbopulsar. The midfield currently belonging to Gale Force eSports, and every single reward that reaps. Now two players caught by the side. Metznaris can't get there! Kaydop wins!
Turbopulsar, the world's best substitute last season, and one of the world's best starters this one. Him, Violent Panda, and Kaydop have proven just how skilled they are, no matter how much they wavered throughout league play. They brought it out here undefeated at Worlds.
2017 will go down as the year of Turbopulsar. Gale Force always second, not anymore. They step up on the biggest stage. They do not drop a series. And look at them. They are so pleased with one another. Ladies and gentlemen, your world champions, Gale Force!